Hi, I'm Colleen. Welcome to my channel. I just got done with my live, so it's Tuesday, February 4th. My live starts at 7 a.m. Central Time, and it's now almost 9:30. I'm going to try to show you something really fast, and it is how to do curved piecing. There are lots of different ways to do it. There's different techniques that work great. I'm going to show you the one I found that works best for me, and it's fast, it's easy. There are a few more of these pokey things than I care for, but you know, gotta do what you gotta do. All right, so I've got the right sides of my fabrics, right? I'm gonna fold this one, wrong sides together. I'm gonna fold this one, right sides together. And you'll see why that matters in just a second. And then I'm going to take the right sides. I'm gonna flip this one directly over. First thing I wanna make sure is lined up is this right here. That right there is lined up. We're gonna put a pin in it, and I'm going to do a big chunk so it stays lined up really well right there for me. Then I'm gonna pull this side over. I'm gonna line it up there. See, I'm just twisting it all the way so the curve is touching the curve right here, and then we're gonna line this one up the same way. I've seen people use glue, which I've tried. I've started in the middle and sewn out, which I have tried, but this just seems fast and efficient. Now I've got, since I pressed this one wrong sides together, this one right sides together, they both make that V that's going to nest for me. Don't know if you can see that. You can see this one here. But I'm going to line those up. Probably can't see that so well. No, you can still see the crease right there. Okay, got those lined up, and I'm going to pin that. Okay, now you could glue this if you wanted to. You could go back and fussy that down. Make sure that it's not getting any pleats back here. You could do that. I don't do that. It's a wasted step for me. Although I add pins and do that stuff. And I would do a bunch of these, put pins in a bunch of these like this, and then just come chain stitch them. That's the most efficient way to do it. So what we're wanting these edges to line up. And I'm using batiks. They're doing pretty good for me. I've done this with cottons. But what you don't want is pleats under here. So that makes sense. The lady I just watched this weekend, she does this one from the top, so she can make sure that none of those pleats are in there. I actually haven't tried that way yet. I do it from this side, and I get these lined up with my fingers, just push the bulk back. And if you feel a pleat, push it back out of the way from where you're sewing. Okay, so we've got this, and we've gotten our fabrics back out of the way of one another, lined up the edges. I'm going to hold this down where I've got it already pushed back right back here. I'm just making sure those pleats aren't in my way. Right? I'm hanging on to it. This side is always easiest for me. It's the next side that the pleats want to be a problem. Of course, hold your threads. And I'm making sure they're lined up still over here. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Okay. And on this machine, I put my fabric right next to the needle. Helps it keep from bunching, and I hang on to the thread, so when I start going, I pull the thread back and I slowly go. I did not hit my needle. I was very careful. See, I'm Just trying to flatten that out with the edge right there. That was a pleat. Push it back, it comes right out. Did you see that? I'll show you again. See, it wants to pleat. We just push it straight back and worry about what's right under our fingers. Now this goes really fast. I'm trying to slow down so I can show you. And I'm still using my fingers to make sure these pleats come out underneath. And just rubbing them sideways. Get my edges lined back up because I've been fiddling. I can feel a pleat right here, but by the time I get to that, I'll worry about it then. Let's see if I can show you what that looks like. Not really, but you can feel the fabric bunching under your finger. You just want to smooth it out when you get to it. And just like I do on other things, I'm moving my hand. Now we're going to pleat under there. Lift your foot. Refinagle this fabric. And I felt that pleat, so I'm pulling the bottom fabric away from me. It moves that pleat away. I'm doing the same thing with this finger. I can feel a pleat right there. I'm pushing it back till that's smooth. Now that my edges are lined up and my pleat's back, I can go to the pen. Got a pleat right here. I'm going to pull this way to get it to move out from underneath me. I can feel a pleat right here under my fingers. This right here, I can feel that. I want to flatten that out. You could use a stiletto. See, it went flat real easy for me. Make sure it doesn't pleat here, because when I have a pleat, this is where it is. Just from the needle up, I'm smoothing that out. Getting my edges lined up right here. 1/4 inch foot. May have dropped some pins. It looks wrinkly, but there are no pleats in this at all. I press it whatever direction it wants to lay. I usually go that way, but it's not wanting to lay that way. So I'll start out here and go in. And this should be, I think this was 4.5. Is it a 4.5 inch block? This is a 4.5 inch block. See how easy that was? Okay, that took 10 minutes showing you how to do it. So let's show you in real time when I'm not talking you through it. in like 3 minutes or less. And it's square. It's hard to hold. Easy peasy, not a big deal. And this one, I had trouble with the machine right there, so we're not counting that. Finger press. I'm pressing it the opposite direction. I took my last pin out too early, and it's hard to see on this design. It gave me pleats right here. Took my pin out too early. Ta-da! And now you know how to do circles, and if you get the curve appeal from 3 Yard Quilts, they give you templates so you can do this. They also have tutorials, and MA Couture, I think is the channel name. Their book was with her, so if you want to check out her channel, I'll put links in there. This is called Curve Appeal. I got it from my friend over at Halo Inspirations, Halo Inspired. I'll get you a link to her too. Easy peasy.